You know that feeling when you wake up at 3 a.m. thinking about payroll, when your stomach drops every time your phone buzzes, when you can't remember the last time you felt actually relaxed? Here's what nobody tells you about entrepreneurship. The business you're building might be slowly destroying you. And I'm not being dramatic. Research shows entrepreneurs face stress levels 3 times higher than the average person. 3 times. That constant pressure isn't just making you miserable. It's literally changing your brain chemistry, weakening your immune system, and setting you up for serious health problems down the road. But here's the thing. You don't need another weekend retreat or a complete life overhaul. What you need is a simple daily practice that actually works. Today, I'm sharing a 10-minute protocol that can start bringing your stress levels down immediately, plus the long-term strategies that will help you build real resilience. No fluff, no complicated systems, just practical techniques you can start using today. Let me tell you why traditional stress advice fails business owners. Everyone talks about work-life balance, setting boundaries, taking vacations. Sounds great, right? Except when you're responsible for payroll, when client emergencies don't care about your calendar, when your business success literally depends on you showing up. So what do most entrepreneurs do instead? They push through. They adopt what I call the always on mentality. You tell yourself you'll rest after this launch, after you hit that revenue goal, after you hire that next person. But that moment never really comes, does it? Here's what's actually happening in your body during this time. Every time you face a stressful situation, a difficult client call, a cash flow problem, an employee issue, your body releases cortisol. That's your stress hormone. In short bursts, cortisol is helpful. It sharpens your focus and gives you energy. But when you're constantly stressed, cortisol stays elevated. And chronic cortisol elevation is absolutely devastating. It impairs your decision-making ability. Studies show that high cortisol levels reduce activity in your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain responsible for rational thinking and good judgment. So ironically, the more stressed you are, the worse decisions you make about your business. It destroys your creativity. When you're in constant fight or flight mode, your brain literally can't access the neural networks responsible for innovative thinking. That's why your best ideas come in the shower or on walks, not during your 10th consecutive hour at your desk, and it damages your relationships. High cortisol makes you irritable, emotionally reactive, and less able to read social cues. You snap at your team, you're short with your family, and you wonder why everyone seems so sensitive lately. But the real problem goes deeper than cortisol. Most entrepreneurs fall into these common stress traps without even realizing it. You skip meals because you're too busy, then wonder why you crash at 3 p.m. You rely on coffee to push through, creating a cycle where caffeine disrupts your sleep, which makes you need more coffee the next day. You sacrifice sleep to get more done, not realizing that sleep deprivation impairs your cognitive function as much as being drunk. And here's the truth that's hard to hear. You can't actually push through indefinitely. Your body isn't designed for it. What happens instead is that you hit a wall. Maybe it's a health scare, maybe it's a panic attack, maybe it's just waking up one day and realizing you don't recognize the person you've become. I've seen this pattern hundreds of times. The entrepreneur who works 80-hour weeks, telling themselves it's temporary until they end up in the emergency room with chest pains. The founder who's so stressed they can barely function, but they keep pushing because they think that's what successful people do. Understanding this pattern is the first step, because once you see the trap, you can start building a different way forward. Now let's talk about what actually works. I'm going to give you a daily protocol that takes just 10 minutes. But here's what makes this different from other stress management advice. This isn't about finding more time in your day. It's about strategically interrupting your stress response at 3 critical points. Let's start with your morning anchor routine. This takes 3 minutes and you do it before you check your phone or email. I know that's hard. Your hand probably reaches for your phone before you're fully awake. But those first moments of your day set your nervous system's baseline for the next 16 hours. Here's the technique: box breathing. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts. Repeat this for 3 minutes. That's it. Sounds simple, but here's why it works. This breathing pattern stimulates your vagus nerve, which is like your body's brake pedal for stress. It literally shifts you from fight or flight mode into rest and digest mode. When you do this before checking your phone, you're choosing to start your day from a calm, centered place instead of immediately reacting to whatever's in your inbox. You're setting the tone instead of letting your inbox set it for you. Next is your midday stress interrupt. This is 4 minutes, and you need to set a phone reminder for this because you will forget. Schedule it for whenever you typically hit your afternoon slump. For most people, that's around 2 or 3 p.m. This interrupt has 2 parts. First, a physical reset. Stand up, roll your shoulders back, do some neck rolls, shake out your arms. This isn't just stretching. You're literally releasing the physical tension that accumulates when you're hunched over a computer. Studies show that even brief movement breaks can lower cortisol levels significantly. Then comes the mental reset. This is a cognitive reframe technique. Ask yourself, what's one thing going well right now? Your brain under stress fixates on problems. That's its job. But you can consciously redirect it. Acknowledging something positive, even something small, interrupts the stress spiral. It doesn't erase your problems, but it gives your brain permission to step out of crisis mode for a moment. The third piece is your evening wind down, 3 minutes before bed. This is crucial because how you end your day determines how well you sleep. And sleep is your body's primary stress recovery mechanism. First, do a brain dump. Keep a notebook by your bed. Write down everything that's swirling in your mind, tasks, worries, ideas, whatever. This isn't a to-do list for tomorrow. It's just getting thoughts out of your head and onto paper. Research shows that this simple act can reduce rumination and help you fall asleep faster. Then, progressive muscle relaxation. Starting with your toes, tense each muscle group for 5 seconds, then release. Work your way up your body. This technique teaches your body what relaxation actually feels like. Most entrepreneurs are so chronically tense they've forgotten. Finally, and this is important, prepare tomorrow's top 3 priorities, not your entire to-do list. Just 3 things. This gives your brain closure for today and clarity for tomorrow. You're not lying awake wondering what you need to do. You already know. Now, here's what happens when you do this consistently. In the first week, you'll notice you're sleeping better. You'll fall asleep faster and wake up less during the night. By week 2, you'll start noticing you're less reactive. That email that would have sent you into a spiral, you can read it without your heart rate spiking. By week 4, people around you will start commenting that you seem different, calmer, more present, less on edge. These changes compound over time. Your nervous system starts spending more time in rest mode and less time in crisis mode. Your cortisol levels stabilize. Your decision-making improves. And here's the beautiful part. This takes 10 minutes a day. You're not adding another massive commitment to your plate. You're just strategically interrupting your stress response 3 times a day. The daily reset handles immediate stress. But if you want to truly thrive as an entrepreneur, you need to build long-term resilience. This means changing how you relate to stress itself. First, reframe stress as feedback, not your enemy. Stress is information. It's your body saying, pay attention here. When you feel stressed about cash flow, that's not your body betraying you. It's signaling that your financial systems need attention. When you're stressed about a team member's performance, that's feedback that you need to have a difficult conversation. Stop trying to eliminate stress. Start asking what it's trying to tell you. Next, you need strategic boundaries, not the kind where you pretend you can work 9 to 5 as an entrepreneur. Real boundaries that protect your energy. Set specific windows for email and messages. I check email 3 times a day, morning, midday, and end of day. That's it. Everything else can wait. And it does. Block out meeting free time. I have 2-hour blocks every morning where nobody can schedule me. This is when I do my most important strategic work. Protect this time like you protect a meeting with your biggest client, because your business needs this focused time from you. And establish non-negotiable personal time. This isn't selfish. Your business needs you healthy and clear-headed more than it needs you available 24/7. For me, that's morning workouts and family dinner. Find what matters to you and protect it. Finally, learn to delegate effectively. Most entrepreneurs hold on to tasks because they think they're the only ones who can do it right. But here's the truth. Your business can't scale if you're the bottleneck. Start with this question: what can only I do? Everything else should eventually move off your plate. Yes, training someone takes time up front, but the cost of not delegating is your health, your relationships, and ultimately your business growth. Building resilience also means taking care of your physical foundation. Eat regular meals with protein and healthy fats to stabilize blood sugar. Stay hydrated. Dehydration amplifies stress responses. Move your body daily. This doesn't mean training for a marathon. A 20-minute walk does more for stress reduction than most people realize. And prioritize sleep quality over quantity. 7 hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep beats 9 hours of tossing and turning. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. Avoid screens an hour before bed. And maintain consistent sleep and wake times even on weekends. These aren't optional nice to haves. They're the foundation that allows you to show up as the leader your business needs. So here's your key takeaway. Stress management isn't some luxury for entrepreneurs, it's business strategy. When you're less stressed, you make better decisions, lead more effectively, and build a sustainable business instead of burning out. Start with one thing: the morning anchor routine. 3 minutes of box breathing before checking your phone. Do that for 7 days and notice what changes. Your business needs you healthy and clear-headed. Take care of yourself so you can take care of everything else. If this helped, subscribe for more strategies that actually work for busy entrepreneurs.